This gas mask I train with it helps. It makes it harder to breathe, but it helps with conditioning and everything. And so I was running around North Commons Park for about 4:30. I get halfway around the park. I see lights coming up on me real fast. They didn't have the flashing lights; they just had the lights on me. And then I noticed this police. I just waved at them. Just like, hey, like my coach told me anytime you see cops, make sure you wave, throw some punches so they know, try to realize you're boxing. And then I'm waving. Next thing you know, it's two police cars. They pull up, one pulls in front of me. They stop running. And I have that gas mask on, so I know that they think something's up. So I pull it off immediately. It was 4 cops. 2 of them hopped out. 1 had an assault rifle.
Oh.
Another was like, "Why are you running with that mask?" I'm like, "It's just for boxing. I train." Yeah, he had to point at me. It scared the shit out of me. So I stopped. He was like, "What are you doing that for?" I tried to explain to him. What? He's like, "Why are you out in this area?" Like, because I'm getting ready to go run before I go to work, and it's the best time to do it. And so they're like, "Oh, okay." They asked me my name, asked me where I live, told them all that, and then he was like, "Yeah, well, you scared the shit out of us."
So I pulled an assault rifle on you.
You obviously don't have any weapons.
Right.
Oh, pull that.
They hopped out with their guns. 3 of them. 1 of them stayed in the car.
I don't understand.
So I got I told my dad, my coach, all about that. Like, you're lucky you didn't get shot.
I was just gonna. That's scary. That's so scary.
They could have shot you.
And they have no shot. And that's insane that they could do. You're running. You are running in the park. And they could have fabricated some bullshit story about how you know, right. He started coming at us throwing punches, and so we had to defend ourselves.
He was doing the combo, and even though we were in the car, we were scared.
With the gas mask.
Yeah, when he ran. That reminds me of this one time. I remember when I'm from Brooklyn Park, and Brooklyn Park is very known for the police whooping people's asses. Yeah. All through the 90s, whatever. Like all my cousins, all my brothers all get their ass whooped. I remember one time. Sierra Leone.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask
that. I remember one time, me and a friend, he was drunk. I was less drunk, but I didn't have a license, so he was driving. We were just driving this girl home who got her ass beat at a party, being nice. And we were coming back. A cop was following us, right? Actually, he was ahead of us. He faked like he was going to slow down, just wait for us to pass. So he followed us. I was like, you know what? Go to this house over here. I know the people live there. We're going to park the car there and just get out and start walking. If they don't pull us over by then. They don't pull us over by then. So we park the car. The cop keeps driving. Me and him start walking back to the party. Then we hear dogs barking. We see lights by where the car was, which was probably 4 or 5 cops. And then he's like, well, what did we do? I'm like, well, we didn't do anything wrong yet. You know what I mean? And he's like, fuck this. I already got a DWI. I'm running. He starts running. I start walking. I'm walking like, I didn't do shit. So he runs, whatever. Long story short, I'm cutting behind this house by this park to get back to this party. The cops are like, Brooklyn Park Police, freeze. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. The cop handcuffs me, right? Puts me on my knees. It's snowing. Puts me on my knees, and he's checking my ID. He's like, why'd you run? I'm like, we didn't run. He's like, yeah, you fled from police. You saw us pull you over, and da-da-da. I'm like, oh, for real? Like, he's like, yeah, da-da-da-da-da. Whole fabricated, story. And anyway, so they come with the dog, and they search me. I'm in handcuffs, and I see the cop right here, and there's a cop right here. The cop over here gives the head nod to the other cop. He lets the dog bite my arm.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, and I'm in handcuffs too. I'm like, what the fuck? I fall in the snow. And he's like, yeah, that'll teach you to run from us again.
Oh my God.
And then the dog, I still have scars to this day. The dog comes up and just latches on my leg right here. And just is like, just ripping. You know what I mean? And then they pull me around. I'm like, what the fuck? And I start going off. I'm like, if I was in these handcuffs, I'd fuck you up. Because the dude's like 5'8". You know what I mean? But that just, you know what I mean? I go to jail for like 2 or 3 days obviously they dismiss everything. Fleeing a peace officer. You know, the police report was funny. I still keep it to
for
this day.
fleeing, for not doing. You didn't do anything though.
Yeah. Oh no. You know what they said? Like I watch cops. I know when you get caught. I'm in there locking my fingers. I was like this. You know what I mean? They said that I had my hands like this and I was pulling stuff out of my pocket. But when they arrested me, I had nothing in my pocket. So I was like, so what was I reaching for? Was I trying to scare the cop? You know what I mean? But whatever. At the time, they were trying to charge me with a lot of other things. The plea was just accept the fleeing from the police. It'll be dropped in like a couple months, whatever. And at the time, I mean, I'm a recovering alcoholic and drug addict. So at the time, I was fucked up, and my thought wasn't to pursue it. You know what I mean? Because everyone I talked to, like, yeah, you think you're the only one with dog bites? You know what I mean? And I just thought, like, okay, I'm not gonna win. You know what I mean? But like, as soon as I got older, that was like my biggest regret. I was like, you know what, I should have done that. You know what I mean? And it was so foul. And I was like, why? I was like, I didn't make them run. You know what I mean? I didn't do anything to them, but they felt it was necessary to have that dog bite me.
That's